Hello, and welcome to the whatever I'm going to title this. Come on, can I? Yeah, so whatever I'm going to title this. These are going to be the diaries of a trainee teacher, which is what I am. Starting officially today, I have my, due to COVID, I've got my first online Zoom class today at 2:30 this afternoon. But I've got a few online things. I'm expecting a phone call at some point, but it's just gone 6 in the morning. And the reason I'm in my car is because I currently have someone renting out one of the rooms and use of the facilities at my home. And I want to be a good sort of host as they are there at the moment and not disturb them by vlogging at 6 in the morning. I've been awake for an hour, so I figured I would get up, go for a drive, because the car needs use pretty much every day, otherwise it's a right pain to start. And then I'll go for my run, like I do pretty much every morning. I like to go before 6, but I didn't this morning. Breakfast took longer than I planned because for some reason my tea just didn't cool down. And I also got up a little bit later than usual, and I planned out vlogging, which I used to do a lot of. I used to do a daily vlog, which is what I'm doing now. I might not do weekends, I might do weekends. But the Diary of a Trainee Teacher, the purpose of this will be to showcase what it is a trainee teacher does, goes through, how they feel, what they learn, and all of that stuff today, like at this point in time. Because it's an ever-changing thing, I expect that trainee teachers in the future will have different experiences. Trainee teachers in the past will have had different experiences, and overall, it's entirely possible that teacher training will get a near complete overhaul going forward, just because some schools, I imagine, will go nearly completely remote, provided they we allow kids to look after themselves, because kids really can look after themselves. Give them basic instructions, they're pretty easy to follow, on how to not burn the house down and stay safe and stuff. I did not want to do that. There we go, that's better. Not much, but whatever, I don't really care how I look. But yeah, no, it's pretty easy to instruct children to be safe whilst they are by themselves. For example, you get a 10-year-old kid. They're not exactly the pinnacle of intelligence, but they absorb knowledge really easily. So you show them how to use the oven, the microwave, the kettle, the fridge, the freezer, which cupboard has the food in it. They'll remember that, almost certainly. You might need to show them 2 or 3 times, but then, done. And you just say, make sure to turn it off when you're done. And you leave a note saying, if you cook, turn off the oven, or turn off the grill, whatever. And, you leave notes for them just to make sure, okay, I'm not going to be here, be careful. Don't, climb stupid high or anything. You don't give the example, but you just say, be careful, don't want you getting hurt, because I won't be here to sort of look after you afterwards. Maybe give an example of once when they were hurt and you had to look after them. That might work, I don't know. But I think that people severely underestimate the ability of kids to not kill themselves. Yes, I agree, we need to keep young people under some form of observation for the most part, day to day, but I think that having like online classes with cameras, which everyone really has these days, like the phone, should be enough, really, for them to learn and appreciate all of that stuff. You can tell I haven't planned what I was going to say in this first vlog. I might do a second one today, this evening, just to get through what I went through today. Like, today in class I learned nothing because it's induction day number 1. Who knows? But I may not. I might just do another one tomorrow. They might not all be first thing in the morning. They might all be first thing in the morning. But I don't plan on planning them much. My thoughts are that what I'm going to do is every day I will talk about what I think's going to happen, or what has happened that day, or what is happening that day, potentially. I will be keeping names separate for security reasons, apart from my own, obviously. Hi, I'm James, or Mr. Reeve, or Sir Reeve, as I am a knight of Sealand. But yes, and I will discuss the knowledge gaining, how useful I think it is, on a day-to-day basis. I will talk about the pedagogical knowledge, what I think of these pedagogical theorems, which is sort of the teaching, learning side of things, as opposed to the subject knowledge, which is the other thing. I will potentially run through some of the activities that I will have to do at home, such as, and then talk about marking and question setting and lesson planning and all of that stuff. I'm not sure whether they're all just going to be this, with me talking into my phone, or whether I might be able to do a screen record with a webcam. Webcam will be lower quality than my phone, but get the webcam going with screen record on my computer, at which point I can sort of show example marking. Obviously I don't think I'll be allowed to use any live questions, but I've still got some of my old work from when I was in school that in theory I could mark now as an adult, having finished my GCSEs and my A-levels and done my degree and now becoming a teacher. I could then mark it myself to see, here's what I would have given myself, here's what I could have done to improve, because it's been 8 years since some of that stuff was written, I think. And bearing in mind I'm only 22, that's over a quarter of my life ago, which is obviously a large portion. But no, this is partially for me. I missed vlogging. I'm glad to do it again. Dear Lord, am I glad to be back at this. But also, it's for me to practice my speech in public and to be able to enunciate clearly so that people can hear me, and also to know when to take breaths, when to end sentences, when to make it so my breaths do not sound forced, and so on and so forth. And also, there was a car put in. Are they still here? I can't see it. Cool. Yeah. Also, to be able to project my voice. Calm down! Without shouting. You need to project from the diaphragm, like so. But obviously without the accent, dialect stuff changing. So, yes, this is the whole purpose of this. No, it's not. Because I also want other people, maybe, if they watch it, to see, if they're thinking about being a teacher, seeing what it's like going through teacher training, the sort of things they might have to learn and do. I'm on a SKIT program, which is an in-school based program. I will be, after this week, starting next week, in a school from Monday to Thursday, and then at the provider location, which is the Norfolk Teacher Training Centre in my case, on the Friday. Probably with some sort of work I need to do over the weekend and in the evenings, but I'm going to try and get as much of it as I can done at school / the Norfolk Teacher Training Centre. And I am also a man with some hobbies and a business. It's a very small business. I'm the only employee, but I still use the we when talking as the business. Night Self-Defense. We teach self-defense, and I did have it every day. I was available every day, from ridiculously early to ridiculously late. But now, no. Now it's Saturdays from 9 till 9. That's my working hours for the business, because I know I'm going to be so busy with the teacher training stuff. But I also do Kung Fu practice. I don't teach, I am a student, a pupil, on Wednesday nights, and I have to practice my techniques for that as well at some point. I like to play D&D, but I've taken this month off to get used to sort of easing in to the teacher training, and I plan on taking up Muay Thai, or Muay Thai. I honestly am not sure how it's meant to be pronounced, but I call it Muay Thai. Yeah, I plan on taking that up at some point due to it being super effective as a striking art, requiring huge commitments to fitness, which I would like to do. I don't really like working out for the sake of working out. Health is important, but I like any exercises I do to be part of what I plan on doing with the strength that I may get. So, for example, rather than doing a bunch of squats, I would just do thrust kicks, push kicks, face kicks, like all forward kicks, because they use the glutes, and sort of maybe squeeze them a bit whilst they run or something. I do glute exercises separately, but I would rather just focus on the combative focus for why I need the stronger glutes. Obviously I need them now because after years of academia, sitting down all the time has left me with a bad case of anterior pelvic tilt, but I'm getting through it. But the same goes for punches. Rather than doing push-ups and deadlifts and all that, for the most part, I'd rather just do the punches, because if you punch against resistance enough, then it will either give, or you'll get the same sort of like resistance training as doing the weights or the push-ups or the whatever. That's my theory. I haven't asked my brother, who's a PT, but I know that after I do a bunch of punches, my muscles ache in the same way as if I were to have done a bunch of push-ups. And the punches, it utilizes the muscles in the way that I want to use them, rather than other ways. Calisthenics are really cool, and I would love to be able to do like one-arm push-ups so I could read and swap over and so forth, but the journey to that is long, and I would like to follow my own path to get there. Yeah, there's stuff I need to practice for eventually potentially learning capoeira, and for black belt in Kung Fu, you need to be able to do a kip up, where you lay on your back flat, and then you rock back, push off with your hands, lift up with your butt, clench your abs, kick your feet to land and stand on your feet. Yeah, no, I don't see myself doing that today, but I can work my way up to it, which is good. What time is it? Oh, it's 6:15. My run will take about 20 minutes. I'm not sure where I'm going from here, actually. I've not done a run from here before. I might just run around the field a few times. But no, I want to do 3K, ideally. But yes. So, effectively, video. What this is me talking about my experiences as a trainee teacher, or student teacher, I suppose I should say. Me talking about how that makes me feel. Me potentially talking about not just the experiences, but what I actually have to do, showing that. And hopefully it being useful to people. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I've got running to do. This will be uploaded at some point today, probably by about 8 in the morning, but who knows. Anyway, I'm off, and as in my youth I would say, I will catch you cats on the flip-flop.